question in a second. A is non-disjunction in meiosis 1 father. Non-disjunction in meiosis 2 father. Non-disjunction in meiosis 1 mother. Non-disjunction in meiosis 2 father. Sorry, mother. X, Y, Y. Remember, there's no disease really associated with this one. But clearly there is non-disjunction because they got one extra chromosome. Now, where did it occur? Let's narrow it down. First of all, you have to be able to automatically tell that it can't be where? It can't be in the mother. Why? Because he has two Y's. They've got to have come from the father. So clearly the mother is not the problem here. The mother gave a normal gamete. She gave an X. The father had to have given the two Y's. So now the question becomes, is it A or B? And I mean, you may remember this one. If not, you can work it out. But, and in fact, I'll work it out real quick. But clearly the problem was the two Y sisters stayed together and away from the axis. That's got to be meiosis 2. Because look what happened. If again, you're doubting this. This is what the father looked like to begin with. He had two X's and two Y's. Because remember, these are the sisters. This is what I've represented as such. Right? So meiosis 1 is a normal event. So the two X's went their separate way. And the two Y's went their separate way. But now I have the problem. So instead of getting Y and Y, I got the two Y's to stay together. Here it doesn't matter anymore. They could stay together or not. This is the problem. This is the sperm that gave rise to an XY. Now if the question was, again, you can circle more than one answer. Right? How can you explain an XXY? How can you explain an XXY? Right? With this one, it's really almost everyone will fit. Why? The Y could be normal. The 2X could come from the mother. Now, how can 2X's come from the mother? 2X's can come from the mother if meiosis 1 is the problem or meiosis 2. It doesn't matter. Actually, both of them. Right? Here, these are the 2X's. So if meiosis 1 is the problem, you get all of them to go this way, and then you split them in the middle, you can get it. If meiosis 2 is the problem, we proved it that way. So they could come from the mother 1 or mother 2. Now, for the father, it's going to be a little bit different. For the father, right? For the father, and we'll have to, if you're assuming non-disjunction occurred in the father, right? You would have to assume that the mother was normal. So the father had to give an XY. For the father to give an XY, let's go back to this one. Right? For the father to give an XY, it will have to be non-disjunction where? In meiosis 1. Because meiosis 2 will either give you two X's, as you see here, or two Y's, as you see there. So all of them will explain Klinefelter, except meiosis 2 in the father. It's the reverse of what we just did. So again, you know, if you guys have problems with it, apply that PowerPoint in class that I posted online. Let's see. Chapter 8 is the one that we're just going over. Right? Monosomy, trisomy. Oh, you have to be able to determine how many trisomics and double trisomics there are, or monosomics or nullisomics. So for example, that guy, same guy, 2n is equal to 20. How many different nullisomics can you get? It's a plant, so there's no sex chromosomes to worry about. How many different nullisomics can you get in 2n is equal to 20? 10, exactly. Why? Because there's 10 chromosomes. You can either be nullisomic for 1, 2, 3, or 10. You can't be nullisomic 20 times. Because it's just 10 chromosomes that you have to get rid of. Same thing with monosomy, trisomy, and so on. Now, if it's can you have double nullus somi? You can have double nullus somi. So how many double nullus somics can this plant have? How many double nullus somics? Or actually, it would be 2, right? That's the how many? Let me rephrase. My bad. Double nullus somi. How many chromosomes will they have? How many chromosomes would the double nullus? Forget about survival or not. Clearly, there will be no survival. But a cell that is double nullus somic would have how many total chromosomes? Double nullus somi. 16. 2n minus 2 minus 2. Right? So, any questions about this?